Hello, my name is Layla Johnson, and I'm the author of Driving to Success, Let Your Spirit Take the Wheel. It's a guidebook to help you drive through your professional life with real purpose and passion. I came up with the concept of driving to success about 10 years ago when I was in a state of what I call career confusion. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I had recently taken a leave of absence from graduate school and had just taken what I called just a job at that time, but it had ended up turning into a lot more. So as I was driving to work one day, I was looking around at the people that were driving past me and that were on the road with me, and I noticed that there were kind of two extremes of people. There were the types that were very aggressive on the road. They would drive really quickly, weave in and out of lanes, move back and forth, and do whatever they needed to do to get to their destination. And then on the other end of the spectrum, there were the folks that were extremely cautious. They were the ones holding on really tight to their steering wheel and looking around and waiting and waiting and waiting until that perfect moment to change lanes. So I started thinking about similar things in the professional world and how people approach their careers. And I noticed that there are actually those same extremes there. There are the folks that are more aggressive and assertive, and then there's others that really are a little bit cautious and want to wait until the right moment to make that move in their career. So my book, Driving to Success, Let Your Spirit Take the Wheel, uses that accessible driving theme throughout to explain your personality, your spirit, your overall connection to the universe as it relates to your professional life. The book is focused on a popular market that I know really well, entrepreneurs, first of all, that's a group that I'm a part of, and then professionals, those that are managers or salespeople, and that was a group that I used to be in before I started my own business. And it really looks at how those types of folks in their professional life can connect with their spirit and move forward in a really authentic way in their careers and make a difference as well. I'm very excited about this book, first off because it's 10 years in the making and I'm getting it out there, which is a wonderful thing. I believe in it so much that I've put a lot of my personal stories in it, both the challenges and struggles and the successes. And by doing that, I think that will help the reader to connect. I don't come across like the voice of God, like I'm the perfect one that always has your spirit driving, but I definitely show you what can happen when you don't let your spirit drive. So you'll have all of those examples there in the book. Let me take you through the book just a little bit. There's two main parts to the book. First off, the driver's education side. And just like when you're driving in a real car, you need to know the basics of what's going on. So you have to get the fundamentals, the terminology. So I talk about the first through fifth gear and shifting and getting to your destination, mile markers, all of those kinds of terms, the GPS as well. And I redefine those for your professional life and how those work. The second part of the book is driver's training, what's usually the really fun part when you actually get out on the road and start to do some of the things that you applied. In the driver's training section, there are a total of 17 exercises, which I call exits, and they allow the reader to explore things in their past, their present, and think about their future. The really important thing that I do with all of those exits is tie in your personal, professional, and spiritual selves, because it's important to me not to see those as three separate entities. They all need to work together. I will be publishing Driving to Success, Let Your Spirit Take the Wheel as an ebook on May 20th, 2010. So winning the next top spiritual author competition would be a wonderful way for me to turn this into a printed book and release it, hopefully for worldwide distribution. I think that would be a fabulous thing to get that publishing contract with Hampton Roads Publishing. I do feel that it's important for my readers to get the full experience of the message. So one of the things that I'm planning on doing this spring, or later this spring, is starting a social network where other spirit drivers can talk with each other and support one another after they've read the book and as they're going through their journey. Recently, I've also started thinking about myself as more than just a one-time author. As I mentioned, this book is 10 years in the making, and so it's one of those things where you think, wow, it's great to get this book out there. But I've started thinking about others as well, and one of my colleagues that interviewed me recently said, I could see this turning into something like the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. So that was a really humbling thing to hear. So if you're interested in staying connected with me and learning more about driving to success, please visit my website. It's www.spiritdriving.com. And also don't forget to vote for me on the Next Top Spiritual Author website, and that's www.nexttopauthor.com. My author ID is 2608. Thanks so much for your time and for listening, and please remember to vote if you have a chance. And here's to keeping your spirit driving in all aspects of your life.